about this because I was sitting there like, oh my goodness, these guys are crossing themselves off the list. And it's totally avoidable because all this stuff is in their control. So
I used to feel so devastated. At times I thought we never make it.
What's up, everybody? This is Jack Reisinger. It is great to have you here. This is the inaugural, the initial, the tape cutting of the Surge Athletic podcast webcast. So what we're gonna do here, let's dive right into it. Have a discussion, have a little chat, okay? Kind of get educated on what we should be doing, okay? With all of this experience, with all the advice that we get, it's hard to kind of sift through the noise and figure out, all right, well, what am I actually supposed to do? Because I'm hearing one thing from this guy, one thing from this guy. They both say that they're experts. What do I do? We're going to be talking about is the list, all right? So it's not a grocery list like that your mom takes to the store, or I take to the store now because I do my own grocery shopping. It's not a list of, things you need to remember. This is the list that we're talking about today is the list of potential recruits that every college has, okay? At Seattle University, walk into my coach's office, go around the corner, boom, there's a whiteboard. We got all of our potential recruits that we want to watch on that board for the next 4 years. The coaches want to remember this guy. Okay, we're looking at this guy. Let's put him on the list so we make sure we remember to check him out and fully vet him, And he's a potential prospect. He's a potential fit for our program. Somebody that I want to look at more is what the coach is saying. So that's the essence of the list, and how you get on the list, it's a bunch of different things. But at the end of the day, if you got the skill set, if they think that you have the skill set, if you did something good. Today we're going to talk about how do you get crossed off of the list. So yes, there is a thing where you can get on the list and then you can actually cross yourself off of the list. Now, Jack, come on. You're so focused on being positive and focusing on the good things. Why are you going to educate me on the bad, on this negative thing? Getting crossed off the list sucks. It's negative. Well, here's the thing. With positivity, we got to start with being real. Okay, this is a real life thing. Go out, watch guys, and I see them do things that cross them off of the list, and that coach goes, can't do it. Cross, X. And to me, it's like, if these players were educated and this message was given across in the proper manner and communicated, or if they just became aware that this can happen, then, it could be potentially avoided, maybe. Okay, this is reality, is what I'm saying. Basically, this is the reality of things. I go out there, and coaches vouch for this too. Guys will do something, and it's like, I don't want that guy on my team. So, to be positive and to, have a real positive outlook, it's not just throwing on the rose-colored glasses and forgetting about the negatives and forgetting about reality, okay? What we got to do is find the truth in reality. Strip away the noise. The truth of the situation is you can get on the list, but once there's a list, you can also get off the list. So start with the real facts, the realism. Smack you across the face with it. And then what we do is, okay, here's some support. This is all the stuff that I learned, everything that I wish I would have known when I was playing. I did know some of it. Here's the thing. I knew some of it, but I didn't understand it, okay? I didn't understand all of this stuff that I'm just pouring out to you. And that's why I do this, is that if we can understand it earlier, then, and I can give all this information to you and you can run with it, you might not make the same mistakes that I did. I was out watching games a couple weeks ago, and I was doing the same thing. I have my notes, okay? This will be good information for you guys. So I'm out there going, okay, number 8 on the Bears. Here's my notes, okay? This is my notebook that I take everywhere with me. Solid frame, good mound presence, simple and repeatable delivery, check plus curveball, great tight spin for a high school guy. Velo dropped in a few innings. You know, these are the type of notes that I take, and then it's like concerns. I didn't write any for that guy, but you know, one of them was another one. There was a catcher that I was watching it. He didn't say anything on one of the plays. I said vocal. Okay, question mark. I'm not sure. So these are my notes. And as I was taking notes, I'd put guys on the list and then cross some guys off. I was doing exactly. You can see this. Crossed. Boom. Gone. So what crossed that guy off of the list? The first one is not hustling. Okay. What even is hustle? Okay, let's back up here a second. What is hustle? Is hustle running 100% everywhere all the time? You do a line drive back to the pitcher and you're gonna run to first base. Everyone's like, okay, man, we get it, you're a hustler, but have some feel. This is where professionalism comes into play. So hustling is just one thing. I'll tell you what it's not. It's not walking. It's not running and not reaching first base. If you don't reach first base, that is not hustling, okay? So here's where we get into like uncovering the sheet. How do we do this in reality? If you saw someone that hit a ground ball to the shortstop and they dogged it to first base and didn't reach first base, what would you think about them as a baseball player? Okay, just be impartial, whatever you would think. Also, what would you think about them as a person in life? Okay, and this is where it gets crazy, is that what we do in one thing is what we do in everything, okay? So if we are unable to reach first base or to hustle when we don't want to, what else do we stop or quit when we don't want to do it? Not hustling gives the coach a reason to question your character, and kind of what we want to do to stay on that list. Let's just not give them a reason to take me off, other than like that isn't there. Okay, strip away those reasons that are in our control. These things are all in our control. We control our hustle. The next one is body language. We control our body language. You can decide to stand up straight and remain calm in the face of pressure when you make an error. We can control this stuff. Disrespecting the umpires or your coach. That's one that I saw and I didn't like it, okay? Popping off to the umpire, yeah, it shows passion, but like, you know, it's professionalism. It's a culture thing. It's kind of a character thing. And one of the arguments is that, okay, well, I watch the pro guys and they yell at the umpires. Some of them yell at the umpires. Some of them don't hustle. Okay, well, one of my mentors when I was in high school would say, how much money do you make playing baseball? But just be conscious of where your skill set is versus, you know, guys that you're comparing. And are you a Major League Baseball player getting paid millions of dollars to play baseball? All right, next one. Oh, this is a big one. Lazy reps in between innings. For me, this is a ultimate cross off the list for me, because it seems to me that, as I have said before, what we do in one thing, we do in everything. So if we are cutting reps in between innings during a game and being lackadaisical, how are we practicing at practice? Okay. Now, that's a question, and that's a question that pops into my mind. And here's what we need to be full circle is like, okay, if I'm a scout and I have the power to cross you off this list and make sure that you are never seen by this college again, do you even want to risk it? You know, think about it. Be conscious of how you present yourself out on the field, okay? So one more time through, not hustling, bad body language, disrespectful to umpires, coach, and also other players, character issues, and lazy reps between innings on your ground balls or things like that. Go crush it, go kill it out there. One opportunity, man, one opportunity. So take it, take advantage of it, and I will see you guys next week here on the Surge Athletic Podcast Videocast. Have a great week. If you want to connect with me on social media, our Twitter is @SurgeAthletic and our Instagram is @SurgeAthletic_. Feel free to reach out to me through DMs, through a tweet, whatever you want to do with questions, concerns, comments, or if you have another idea for a podcast like this, a question that you're struggling with and you just need a video, go ahead and let me know. These things are tailored for you guys, and to make it relevant, it needs to come from the front lines, from the guys that need this information. So feel free, I'm always there. I'm always on social media. Reach out, please. I love it when you do. And lastly, go ahead and click subscribe below to this channel so you don't miss any of our videos. There's a lot more coming. And if you could, click the like button on this video. I really appreciate it. And have a fantastic day. I look forward to connecting with you in the future.